How are you doing? Do you want me to buy you a couch?
I really needed to get some of my lettuces planted, but I've been too scared to because of the slugs and snails and the birds. Steve cut me some hoops out of this plastic black tubing, which works nicely. They're nice and flexible. And I was going to try and make a frame with wood, like thinner wood, to just sit over top of this bed. But first of all, we don't have any thinner timber left or smaller pieces of timber because they're all on Angus's truck. And I really just needed to get something done. And then I suddenly realised we have these little metal bracket holder things. I don't know what they're called, half circle that have screw holes on each side. So I screwed those into the side of the raised bed and then just slotted the hoops through and covered it with my old net curtain. And I used a few of the old chicken leg bands, these plastic coil ones, which I didn't end up liking because the coils get a bit loose, so that they would come off, some of them. So they're in my garden department now. Those seem to work decent enough to keep it from being too floppy, so not bad for a quick job, and we'll see how it goes. It's not going to keep the slugs and snails out terribly well, but the main thing at the moment is the birds, just so the lettuces can get going and not get destroyed, so I'm quite happy about this. Hey guys, welcome to Wild Hope Homestead. It's Labour Day today. It's a public holiday weekend, and we've had the last 2 days mostly doing family stuff and church. And now I'm getting onto the garden. I've actually been out in the garden for a little while already. This is traditionally garden weekend when it's safe for most places to plant out the things like tomatoes and pumpkins and stuff like that. I have a lot of plants that need to get planted. Some aren't ready yet, but I've got lots of lettuces still to plant, and the tomatoes back there, spinach that needs planting, celery. It's really all just been a matter of I haven't had the time or energy to do some of them, and some of them I've just been holding off on planting because of the slugs and snails, which we're working on with the bait stations, but I grossly underestimated the extent of the slug and snail population. So it's gotten quite hot right now. Also, Steve is burning stuff, so it's making it hotter. But it is supposed to rain later. We're supposed to get some really heavy rain tonight. My plant kingdom on the deck here just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I did plant some lettuces. I haven't made much of a dent yet. The tomatoes definitely need to get in. I thought about putting my ones in bigger pots, but it got too late for that really. I just need to plant them. We've got beans popping up all over the place. Unfortunately, the slugs have been getting to my cucumbers and squashes up here on the table, even though I come out at night and squash whatever I find. This one, I caught a slug red-handed last night, but I think it's already eaten the growing tip off that one. That one's been a little bit nibbled, but it's okay. As long as the growing tip hasn't been eaten off, that's okay. Some of them have been eaten off right at the stem, or even the seed, like a whole bunch of these ones, unfortunately, have just been eaten. That's been chopped off. These ones at the back seem to be okay at the moment, except for, I don't know. I think those are that one's been chomped. And then these ones down here, because I can't fit them on the table. These ones are later to be potted up, so some of them are still thinking about coming out. But actually, this one here was an earwig. I caught that red-handed, getting into there, and look, it's just chomped the bottom off the little seedling growing inside the seed. Chomped it off at the root, so that was an earwig problem. That one's still okay. Some of them are just thinking about what they're doing. We had a couple of cooler nights, so that hasn't really helped, but I don't have space to put them anywhere else. Oh, that one's been eaten off. No. That one's had a bite out of it, so it's just this continual battle. I mean, even though these are up here on the big table, the slugs are obviously crawling up from the deck or something. And despite the fact that I'm trying to keep on top of them, there are always more. Survival of the fittest. The things in the cold frame seem to be mostly doing a bit better. I guess maybe they have slightly more protection, but some of the peppers have still... The earwigs are getting some of them too, which is not good, nibbling on them. But I think most of them are okay. The beans look okay in here, which is good. We've eaten our first 2 strawberries. I've been working in the arch trellis bed here, so I've gotten that weeded and retied the reinforcing mesh onto the stakes with cables because some of the cables had come off. Just tried to straighten it up a little bit. This parsley, well, it really needs to come out, but it's still got some usable leaves on there. And I need to make bone broth soon, and I think this might be my last. Oh, there's one out the front. It's my last parsley, and the young ones aren't quite big enough to harvest yet. So I'm trying to leave that there until I make bone broth. The flowers are pretty anyway. This week I dealt with my raspberry bed, which is a bit of a mission, but something that needed to be done before they get super tall, because the canes get taller than the carport roof. So I needed to redo the whole wire and the stakes, because the pressure on the wire had just been pulling the stakes in, and the raspberry canes were all coming out and flopping over the path and into the carrot bed here. So I've put a screw into each one through these holes along here. I put one down into the timber here on each stake, rammed them in, and so those should hold a bit better. Straightened out the wires as much as I could by myself, and now I just have to make sure that these all stay behind the wires as they grow. I also had to fill in the dirt by digging a bunch of dirt out of the chicken pen, because rat damage, which was a while ago, they had dug out a bunch and just dirt disappearing over time. I need to mulch it still. Ready, go.
Hear it. Next spotted it.
It's spotted.
I spotted the first one, didn't you?
Yeah, that was ages ago this morning. He's coming. He's trying to bring his friends along with him. It's on the top of their beak. A little egg tooth that they flip their head. Yeah, they flick their head backwards, and it goes bang. I guess it's a little bit. It's kind of like a little bump, like a little tiny hammer. Well, not really like a hammer, but like a little tiny.
Like I have it attached to my head to help me get out of a box.
Kinda.
Dong.
Kind of. It's like a little bump.
Box.
But yeah, they've kind of thrust. That's the word I was looking for. Thrust their head backward and pick all around the eggshell, you know.
How long does it
well, how big does the opening have to be for them to get their head out?
Push their way out. It depends how strong they are. They usually get most
their
of
head out
the.
and then pick their way around so they
Well, they usually pick. They usually pick most of the way around, and then they'll just push. Like they're pushing as they go. Kind of a combination of picking it off and pushing. And once they do a strong enough push, the rest of it just comes out and they splat. I don't know why it's called unzipping. I guess it kind of looks like they usually. Oh, he just did another one. They usually go the same way, and I guess it's a little bit like a zip coming undone, sort of unzipping the egg. I don't think he's got too much further to go. Once they start unzipping, it doesn't usually take them too long because they've had a big long rest while he pips his egg. He's had a big long rest. Why am I saying he? I don't want it to be he, I want it to be she.
It.
It. Number 3 is pipped.
Can chicks sometimes be born with without feet? Or something?
Well, it's possible, but I guess that would be quite rare. It's a baby. We're waiting.
It's a baby.
It's almost there.
Just one.
Yes, but since that one started cheeping away, 2 others have pipped within 10 minutes of each other, maybe.
So might have 3.
Yeah, 3 are alive at the moment.
2 are still waiting.
I wish I had marked the one that looked behind or dead. I forgot.
Seconds.
He's trying. What is that?
See a wing. It's his
It's a wing. I can't see through the camera.
It's a chicken wing.
It's a chicken wing. Hello.
I'm trying to find
He's
out.
waving.
Hello.
It's just got a bit of a thread of membrane stuck
Where?
between. Is it still there or did he bust through? I was connecting the 2 ends where it was.
See his knee.
Oh yeah, he just busted it. Yes.
It's little. He's alive. Get it up. Hello.
There he is. He's coming.
There he is. Hello, Chicky. Now have a rest on your eggshell.
Yay.
I can't see.
One little hatchling. But hard to see him, he's just got a mess of wet feathers.
Chicky!
Here he is. Oh,
He's alive!
yay.
Chicky!
He's got a black stripe on his head and black stripes.
Hello. Your eyes are so big. Hello. He's trying to look at me. Hello. How are you doing? Do you want me to buy you a couch? Or a wheelchair? Or a mobility scooter? Hello.
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 He's like, what is that big circle looking at me? Oh,
Say hello to the world.
hello. It's you. You can help your fellow inmates.
Mates.